Aloha, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Fred, and today is TpT Tuesday. TpT standing for Teachers Pay Teachers, but also Teacherpreneur Talk. Teacherpreneur Talk? I don't know. Calling it TpT Tuesdays, committed to the title, but I also call it other things. If you have better ideas, drop them down below. Not that it matters, because it's Teachers Pay Teachers Tuesday. So anyway, so happy that you're here. I am having a great April, and I'm gonna share with you my April income report. So what's kind of cool is Tuesday fell on the last day of April. There's still a chance I may sell another product this evening, but we're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna risk it, and we're gonna do an income report on pulling up my dashboard here, an income report on the entire month of April so that you can see how I did this month. It's very exciting. So here we go. Let's get started, shall we? I'm gonna crack open a nice Dr. Pepper Zero and we'll get this party started. Is there anybody else addicted to Dr. Pepper Zero? Leave a comment below. I also have, which I don't think I'll eat during this video because I don't think I'm talented enough to do that, but I have some cheese fries from Meta Burger, which is a great vegan burger place. And so this is like plant-based cheese and it's amazing. So very, very good. Have those for lunch. I also had a sandwich, but I finished that already. I'm gonna stop talking about my food and start talking about my April income, you guys. Look at this. I hit a very big milestone. April is officially my highest earning month, and I made $202.24. I am so excited about this number, like hitting 200. Wow, 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 wow. And also, it was a big ticket item month. People were buying bundles, people were buying bigger amounts of things. So I sold, I don't even know how many products I sold. I feel like I only know how to look at that on my phone. So, but I did really well. And so that's kind of prompted me. Oh, I sold 33 products in the month of April. I did have to pull it up on my phone. 33 products in the month of April. Great month. So excited about that, but also just lots of bundles, which makes me so happy. Love the bundles. Puts my year total sales 715. So that's a new milestone. I've sold $715.33. My year-to-date earnings, $570.30. What a big month it was for me. It's just so exciting. Wow. And it was kind of a slow start, kind of the first week. That first week of April, those first 6 days, I made $2.40. And then we really took off. And then I had some dry spells throughout. Let's look at where my traffic came from. Spoiler alert, it all came from TpT. Oh, somebody from YouTube looked at my channel. That's exciting. Thank you for doing that. And I just say this because I didn't vlog in the month of April. So what's really cool, the coolest part about this is this earning is 100% passive income, because with the exception of making TpT update videos, which I don't count as like promoting my products because I literally have zero sales have come from YouTube in my entire time working. This is really just for me to document and to connect with other TpT sellers. It's not like a place that I'm expecting to get traffic into my store from at all, and I haven't. I have put zero work up until last night into my TpT store because, as you know, I was a busy girl this month and I had a musical and I was like just like chicken with my head cut off. I had just finished my dossier for my level 3, which is like, I can't get into it if you don't know what that is, but it's pain. Yeah, crazy, crazy stuff. So, this is all passive income. Now, granted, I worked my butt off on this, but it still feels really good. My store ranking, I was in the 85th percentile for March. March was a really low selling month. I don't want to say for me because it was only my third month, so I don't really have enough data to go, this was a low month, or this is a good month, or this is a bad month. But March was a very discouraging month for me. And April has been very encouraging. And the best part is I didn't put any work into it. So until last night, I started working on my store again because like my shows are closed and I was ready to get started, and I kind of rested and was like ready to get some stuff going. So let's look at the store. Let's look at the store and see how we're doing. We're still not going to look at the blog because the blog's not back up and rolling yet. But store's still April. I'm going to have to change this out for May, which that'll be fun. I can do that. And we're at a total of 75 products. Yes, 75 products. That means that in the past 4 months, January, February, March, April, I've put 75 products in my store. Some of those are bundles, but still, that's a lot of product previews to make, and thumbnails, and writing things out, and researching, and studying, and reading about music history, and trying to synthesize that into something manageable, and then make it at a 7th grade reading level, which I need to go back and change some of my old assignments, but we'll do that next year. Next year will be an editing year. Just making sure that I'm keeping things at reading level, because I do market my products for secondary, 6th through 12th grade. So I'm trying to keep the reading level somewhere in the 7, 8, 9 range, because the reading level's it's not a reading class. That's not what's important. It's the music content. That's important. So, but we have 75 products up. 3 of those came up. One last night. One I made last night, but put it up this morning before work at like 7 in the morning. And then one I made during a little break that I had today. And I put it in my store. I put it in my store, and it was very quick to make. So I was able to get it in my class because I needed it really soon for my class. It's a Mother's Day product and for my store. So I have some windows open to show you some of these new products that I made. I haven't gotten to show you the new products I've been working on in so long because I haven't worked on products in a while. Watching the angry teacher in the other window just now. So took a break to film my video because my lunch break's almost over. So shout out to him because he's really fun. Doesn't seem that angry at all. So let's talk about my Mother's Day product. So this is songs to celebrate Mother's Day. This one I cranked out pretty quickly, but I really love the way it turned out. This is where the students will listen to songs that were written by artists that were inspired by their mothers, and they have like a little paragraph to read about it. So I just looked up some information about it and did that. And of course, I have all of them linked to the YouTube channel so you can listen, and then they can write a response. This is very much like feelings response. There's no it's an activity. There's no grading. There's no like what's the word, like rubric for this. So it's just for fun. Other songs in here are Where You Lead I Will Follow by the incomparable Carole King, Let It Be by the Beatles. You see a trend, really good artists in here. And then throw in a little wild card, a song for Mama by Boys to Men. Because I was born in the late 80s. So what do you want from me? And then slipping through my fingers, ABBA. These are like all my favorites. So it's like Dolly Parton and ABBA and Carole King, Beatles. These are all my favorites. Boyz II Men is not my favorites. I just get a little nostalgic for them. And then I threw in some additional songs that I looked up that might be good for Mother's Day as well. Could have done a whole unit on Because You Loved Me by Celine Dion because she is flawless, as is Bette Midler, as are a lot of these people, let's be real. But gives them a couple of additional songs to work through. And then they have some choices. So they get to choose a song, and then they get to write a short biography about that artist and then do a personal response to the listening. So they get to choose from that list. And then the last part, my favorite part, they're going to dedicate one of their songs. So they're just going to write which song they're going to dedicate and why. And then this last slide is basically just like a little Mother's Day card. So they're gonna link that YouTube video here for whichever song they choose. It doesn't have to be off the list I provided, but a song for their mom or a maternal figure in their life. And then this is where they write a note to that person, and then they're gonna save this or save it as a PDF so that the link is live, and then send it as a Mother's Day card. So that is my Mother's Day product. that I put up today. So exciting. This should have gone out for Earth Day, but you know what? We're gonna make the most of it because it is always a good day to change the world and to fix the planet and to be a better human being. So this is music for a better world. I saw MJ. There's two things that inspired this product. Number one, someone wrote in my comment section a couple of weeks ago to make an Earth Day product, and I didn't get around to it because I was too busy. But it was such a smart idea. And so I was already like in my mind thinking like, okay, songs that are good for planet Earth, like Joni Mitchell, stuff like that. Then I saw MJ the musical, which is elite. It's so good. Like it is so fantastic. I cannot tell you how fantastic this musical is. Holy cow. Go see it if it goes to your area. It is the actor in the traveling cast who came to Denver. My goodness, he was Michael Jackson. And the coolest part is there's like three Michaels. There's like young Michael, teen Michael, and then like 90s Michael. And um they sing duets together, like Michael singing a duet with Michael, and it just was everything. And the music is so good and the choreography is amazing, and it was so exciting, so much fun. Even if you're not the hugest MJ fan, you will appreciate this. It has a great story. It really tells the story of his life through a series of like memories, and then the cast plays his family. So like he's working on putting together his world tour, and the person who plays his manager becomes his dad, and then different characters who are working with him become the characters from his past. And it's very good. Oh, I just can't express like obviously like musical theater is kind of my life. So take that with, a grain of salt. But this is a musical that I thought I would enjoy. I had no idea I would love it as much as I do. I loved it. Enough with that ramble. It inspired this product, largely because I put some Michael Jackson songs in here because I was like, if I just do it like Earth songs, then I can't use the Michael Jackson songs that I want to. But I was like, let's do songs about being a better person. So, we have Big Yellow Taxi by Joni Mitchell, Earth Song, Mercy Mercy Me, by Marvin Gaye, and then, Imagine by John Lennon. And then We Are the World, which is like the best celebrity fundraiser ever. The only one that I can think of that's better is like the Kidney song from 30 Rock that basically makes fun of the song. It's so good. Colors of the Wind, The Three R's by Jack Johnson, Waiting on the World to Change, of course, had to throw that in there. And then The Man in the Mirror. I sobbed in the musical when they sang The Man in the Mirror. Has anybody seen this musical? Can somebody be excited with me in the comment section about MJ the musical, please? And then One Love. And then they have some response questions. So that is the second product that I made. The third product that I made was a hefty product. I stayed up till I probably spent 8 hours on this project. Last night, I started at like 6 and I just powered through until like I finished it at like 2 in the morning. I didn't post it until this morning at 7, so it still took me another like hour and a half to get up onto TpT, but at least I got the product made. So, oh, here's a little peek into my organizational folders again. For those of you who are like organization, like if that is something that you like to look at. I love looking through people's systems. That's just one of my favorite things. So if this is something that gets you excited too, you can leave that in the comments also. I don't know why I'm being so weird today. I'm so sorry. Ancient music. So this is the folder. I haven't put everything in the folder yet. This is the answer keys for those that I provided, but this is a big unit. And so this is something new I'm trying. I told you I was going to try something a little bit new. What I've noticed is most people are buying things in bundles or batches to work together. So for music and antiquity, instead of breaking it up into like 4 mini assignments, I decided to do it all in one together, and I'm charging a lot for it. I'm charging $12 for it, but I think that you get a lot for $12. So what it comes with, this isn't something that this is not included. It's just where I kind of housed my information. You're going to get student reading pages, teaching slides, Cornell notes that coincide with the teaching slides so that kids can stay engaged. I'm really working on engagement strategies, and Cornell notes are a great one. Short answer questions and a multiple choice exam. So let me just show you a little bit more of what that looks like so you can see why it is what it is. So teaching slides first. So you can see that you get, oh, also comes with a playlist. This is different than my other playlists because ancient music is not the same where I can just go, this is a recording of this song. We don't really know, right? So for music nerd moment, so like we have ideas of what we think things may have sounded like, but we don't really have like this is this song. Its notation is just developing and is, while it's very complex for the time, it's primitive now and we don't know how to read it. We can't read their notation. We don't know. So everything is sort of, we don't know what the instruments really sounded like. Everything is just speculatory. And so I just included a playlist of some pieces that you can kind of have on in the background, just get them vibing. I would suggest that you put these on while the kids are working rather than like to stop and listen and discuss like we do in most of my other units. So these are the slides that go with. It's just like bullet point slides so that you can lecture on this era and have this as your guided slides to take you through it using the information that you know. But what's so cool about this is the kids can have their Cornell style notes. For me, I teach in a virtual school, so I'm going to film myself giving a lecture, much like these videos are filmed, where I share my screen and go through the lecture slides, and in a very cringy way that the kids can't stand. So it's great. And then they have these notes they can follow along with that have clickable text boxes that go through those things. So these are the Cornell style notes. This is just going to keep them engaged and working through that. So that is the next assignment. And then they're going to get student reading pages. So this is basically like in my normal assignments, I would have had something like this and maybe included like this much, or maybe even just like this much, and then separated them into products. I put them all together this time. I just wanted to try that out as a new strategy. So that's the strategy that I used. So I have 13 pages of all of the reading components rather than breaking them up. But I added page numbers instead of just having it all on one page like normal. That way, the kids, if you want to break it up into small groups where you say, okay, today we're going to read pages 1 and 2, or we're going to read, up to prehistoric music, or we're going to read, up to another modern survival of musical text, whatever, with the headings, and we're going to read pages 1 to 3, and they can read that prior to the lecture. You guys can go over this together, and then the kids will have that resource to pull some of their notes from. They can also use this to help with their fillable notes. They don't have to have the lecture to do that because the lecture slides are based off of these reading pages. So the first thing I wrote was the reading pages, and then I made slides based off that information. So that's exciting. And then they have this page of short answer questions. So this is 1 through 5 and 6 through 10, just answering questions about the text that they read. So you could really, if you were short on time, just do the reading pages and the short answers and then save the notes in the lecture for another day. And then the last thing that's included in this product is a comprehensive exam. I have been experimenting with making cuter Google Forms, and we stand a self-grading test, man. Like, who doesn't want that? I did self-grading exams for my quarter 1 exams. I'm such, even though I'm a music person first and foremost, I'm such an English nerd. I always want to write. I prefer to write. I love writing, and whenever I had a test, I always preferred writing exams over multiple choice exams. So I'm a big writing component person, but a lot of people aren't. I'm learning this. Some people prefer multiple choice, which is why I have both. We have short answer and multiple choice, but I need multiple choice exams for my quarter 1, or my quarter 3, like end of the 9 weeks exams. Oh my God. Self-grading is life-giving. So shout out to everyone who was telling me I needed more self-grading stuff because I am really enjoying having that. Like, I don't know, I don't like writing multiple choice tests. but it worked out great. Like it's great when it comes to grading because reading 160 paragraphs, um, and then writing over and over and over again. Please use capital letters and periods in your sentences. It gets a little old. So that's this ancient music. This is $12 on my TPT shop. Like I said, I really wanted to just bundle everything together. It's all designed to go together anyway. Breaking it up didn't really make sense. I'm gonna see how this goes before I get into my medieval and Renaissance and Baroque. I think I will do something similar instead of just doing like little one chunk things. I'll probably group them together in more mini units because this is kind of a mini unit. Like my jazz is 9 weeks long. I wouldn't want to do, I would want to make sure that that was still a bundle, but I want to keep, 2 to 3 weeks together just so that it makes sense that you're teaching those things together anyway and they build off of each other. This exam, you couldn't use it if you only bought a third of this product. So I'm trying to make things more cohesive as I work through my teacher's paid teacher shop. So that is what I'm selling. That's my new stuff that's up in TPT right now. And it feels really good to be making products again and stuff. So I feel very good about that. Also, I do have wet hair. Sorry if that offends you. It was gonna be one of those things where if I had dry hair, I would have been filming this at 10 o'clock at night because I have a lot of hair and it takes a very long time to dry. So, yeah, we're just having a little bit of wet hair day in the TPT update because this is real life. Let's get into other stuff that I'm up to. So, I have started the arduous journey of getting nationally board certified. Oh man, it's a lot. All I've done so far is read through half the standards, watch a few videos, and just get started with it. I'm going to try to do it in a year. Starting now, it really opens in May, but I'm trying to start gathering materials, see what I did in my classes. And then I'm trying to figure out right now if I'm going to get certified in music or in language arts. Any national board certified teachers in the viewership, please comment below. Let me know how that process was for you. It's daunting. English is especially daunting because I'm newer to teaching English. However, I'm gonna have to get special circumstances for my music because I no longer teach an ensemble in the traditional way. Like I taught choir for 7 years and could have used that. But now I teach musical theater, but it's an after school musical theater program and I'm a coach and it's not in the state that I teach in because I teach online. And I still teach music, but now I'm teaching more general music, music history, music appreciation. But the general music for national board seems like it's more geared towards the elementary general. So I need to call them and ask them what they think. I've been reading the standards for English language arts. I have some really good ideas. A lot of things I do in music are very Englishy, like the kids are learning to write quality paragraphs. In English. They just because those are my two things. They just overlap a lot. My English students are analyzing music a lot, and we just focus more on like the literary devices and the text. And then in music, we obviously focus more on those elements of music, but I want them to practice good writing skills. So they write a lot. I would say like my English class and my music class, the writing components are neck and neck. I'm just more strict with the English classes about making sure that they're developing those skills. Whereas like with music, it's a lot of practice and I'm looking for concepts. I'm rambling again. But so working on that. In some states, it's not worth it at all. So like in the district that I'm working in Colorado, not worth it. It's like $700 a year of a raise. Absolute trash. But in New Mexico, the national board certification gets you like $9,000 a year more. Totally worth it. It's very time consuming, but it's guaranteed money. Unlike TPT, which is going great, but I'm not expecting it to make me $9,000 a year anytime soon. The other thing about it that I'm really excited for is I've noticed that TPT is just helping me out yet again. It's just making my life better because it's helping me to have better quality products. My evaluation went really, really, really well. My principal Anna like went through my jazz unit and she was like, I want to take your class. It looks so fun because I'm trying to make these like products very engaging and colorful and fun. And I would have done that same material with my kids, but it would have just been like put into a discussion board. I wouldn't have like taken the time to make it beautiful. Um, if it weren't for TPT. That's just the truth. I would like to say that I would make beautiful assignments anyway, but I wouldn't. The TPT piece has elevated my standard for what I'm teaching, even if the content was great before, the delivery is so much more beautiful. So that really helped me out with that. I also found out yesterday, I think, that with national boards, you can't use copyrighted material in your submissions. So you have to just describe what you're doing because they have like all the copyright rules. But if you have created a product on your own, then you can use it in your national boards. And once again, because it's TPT, I'm trying to make products that are differentiated. I'm trying to make products that are cross-curricular, where they're learning a skill that isn't just for music, but also can pertain to helping them write their CERs in science, just things like that. I want them to be building skills that go into their language and their writing skills throughout the rest of their curriculum. So the fact that I make products is going to be great. And even if I haven't made a product yet, I will know like, okay, I want to incorporate a product that does this, this, and this. And then I can create one that's really beautiful to give to my students next year and then use that within my national board certification. So that's going to be very exciting. That's what I'm working on. Also, let's see what else is going on in my life. I just got my ticket to Vegas for InstructureCon booked by our administrative assistant at our school. So I will be at the Canvas InstructureCon. If those of you Canvas nerds, anyone going to be there, let me know. It's the Venetian this summer. So looking so forward to that. And yeah, that's all I'm doing extra for streams of income. My college summer class doesn't start until mid-May, so I've got some time to really focus on end of the year stuff, TPT and national board certification, Head Start stuff. So that is really good. And with what I'm reading, still audio booking through the Throne of Glass series very slowly. I just haven't been in the mood for that kind of fantasy lately. Fantasy is not, I really went on a fantasy kick this summer, like super hardcore romantasy, really, and did like Sarah J. Maas to myself in the face to no end. And then I did the Fourth Wings and loved them. So happy with that I read them, but I kind of overdid it. And then I read the Legendborn series. And then that was kind of a lot too, which is also fantasy. Currently reading Daughter of the Moon Goddess. There are a couple reasons why I'm taking so long to finish this book. Number one, I decided I wanted to practice annotating. So I won't read this unless I'm sitting down with my highlighter and my pen and I'm going to annotate. That's going to make it take a lot longer because I just am not doing that. Yeah, so plus I'm just not on a fantasy kick right now. But that's where we're at in life. I'm pretty sure this is fantasy. This is what my Denver book club picked out for next month. Haven't started it yet. This is a big ol' honking thing. So I'm probably gonna do partial read, partial audio booking it. What I really want to read is this. I just bought this at a bookstore this weekend. I went to the cutest bookstore in Lafayette, Colorado called the Red Queen, but red is spelled R-E-A-D. So shout out to the Red Queen. And this is what I want to read. And then I can't remember if I finished these last week, but I've been on a Jane Austen kick. So I just finished Pride and Prejudice. I finished Sense and Sensibility, and then I really want to start Persuasion, but I'm not gonna until I finish my other because I've got to finish these two book club books before I start something new. And then while I was at the Red Queen, I bought stickers for people in my New Mexico book club. They just had really cute bookish stickers. So those are gonna go out into the mail to my friends. So that's what I'm doing. So sorry. If you stay to the end of the video, you're a real one, and I'm so proud of you. Or worried for you, one of the two. But I appreciate you regardless. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Thank you for leaving comments below and encouraging me. I mean, honestly, like in March, I really was like, I wasn't gonna quit because like mama didn't raise no quitter. But I don't know why I said that. I've never said that in my life. I'm a stick it out kind of person. However, I was feeling very discouraged, and people in the comments were so sweet and were like, keep going. And it just made my life worth living. Honestly, you guys, seriously, I love this community. I love going to other people's YouTube channels, watching their journeys. Like, I said, I was watching The Angry Teacher today, and he's making thousands of dollars. And it's funny too, because he's like, we have those perspective shifts, right? Like there was a time when $5 or $7 would have felt like a really exciting day for me. The first times I got sales, like I wanted to have my phone on, my sound on my phone all the time so I could hear that cha-ching. And then now, you know, I'm like, oh, I hope I break 200, which I never even expected to. And then it's fun to watch someone who's like, oh, you just made like a couple $1,000. And I'm like, what? That just sounds like fiction to me. But it's so exciting because maybe I'll be there in a couple years. Who knows? Where I feel disappointed because I made a few $1,000s instead of like a few $1,500. I don't know. I haven't finished this video yet, but you get the idea. So it's wonderful. It's a wonderful community of people. Um, the internet is a way less scary place when your comment section is full of fellow teachers and people who are supporting you in that. So feels really good. And yeah, if you're a person who's like thinking about starting a YouTube channel to document your experience as a TpT teacher seller, I highly recommend it. Can't recommend it enough because the community is awesome and it's so nice to look back and be able to see where you came from. It's great to do it for yourself, honestly. And it encourages us too, you know, like I'm making these videos and watching them in my spare time. I have them on in the background while I'm creating products sometimes just to encourage me. So that feels really good. And if you're a teacher listening right now while you're multitasking and doing something else, shout out to you. Shout out to the busy teachers who take on extra stuff so that they can achieve their financial goals and dreams and help other teachers along in the process. All right. I've been saying goodbye for 27 minutes now, so I'm gonna get off of this thing and get back to work. My goodness, it's getting late. All right. Have a good one. See you next week.